Good morning, Wizarding Wands and Nikki Ears friends. This is Jennifer, and I am here at Aulani, a Disney resort and spa in Olina, Hawaii, which is on the island of Oahu, about 30 minutes from the Honolulu airport. And I am taking you on a walk with me around my favorite resort. And so it is about 6:40 in the morning here, weekend after Thanksgiving. And so the sun is just rising right now. And it will set around 5:45. The pools don't open until 8, so I'm going to walk through the pool area and up over to the beach to show you a little bit more about what that space looks like at this time of day, which is absolutely gorgeous. So I'm so excited to share this resort with you. This is, I mean, quite literally my favorite place in the world to visit right now. We absolutely love it here. Good morning, aloha. And this is the lobby. This is what you walk into when you arrive here at Aulani. The art in this resort is absolutely incredible. Aulani has one of the largest collections of contemporary Hawaiian art in the world because so much was commissioned when this resort was built. And several times a week, they have tours that they will lead talking about the art and the meaning of all of the art throughout at least the lobby of the resort, some of the floors of the resort, and Hawaiian culture, which is absolutely fantastic. But just arriving here gives me chills. Coming into this lobby and then all the way through to the Waikoloa Valley is what they call it. And just this beautiful Grand Lanai is such an incredible place to be. Love it. Absolutely love every minute of being here. Because the time zones are so different here. So with it being standard time, daylight standard time, from the central time zone, it is 4 hours earlier here. So 10 o'clock at home for me is 6 a.m. here, which means that I'm waking up very early, and I absolutely love sitting on this sofa in the Grand Lanai, just taking that early walk around before you know the rest of the folks of the resort are up and moving around, and just enjoying this peaceful space. It is wonderful. All right. And so when you walk into the resort, you've got, of course, this majestic entryway. And then over in this direction over here is the check-in desk, which again is absolutely gorgeous. We also have some of the Holo Holo Tours desks, which will help you if you are looking to book any excursions that are available from Aulani. You can book them once you're here. They'll help you with that availability. You can also book them in advance. But this is the front desk where you would come to check in. And they can help you out with activities. For this trip, we really didn't book very much in advance other than a breakfast at Makahiki, which is, they have a character breakfast, and then they just have a standard dinner, so we will walk down by Makahiki. And then, so we booked that, and we booked a spa experience at Laniwai Spa, which was absolutely incredible. I've got a video of the Hulavai hydrotherapy gardens. on our website. So definitely take a look at that if you're interested to see what that space looks like. But other than that, we didn't book a whole lot. We waited until we came here to talk to them, to see what would be available and what we wanted to do. One thing I do want to mention as we are walking around are these creatures here. They are called menehune, and the menehune are mythical creatures that build in the night and are also very mischievous. And so they say that there are over 300 menehune hidden throughout the resort. And so it's always fun to spot them and look for them. Right now I'm walking past the gift shop, one of the gift shops. There are two. There's another one, Halimanu, that's right around the corner here. Neither of them are open yet. So I'm not going to walk through in that direction, but I am going to walk down these stairs now to start to weave my way through the majestic pool area. And as I do that, this is where Makahiki is located. It is the character breakfast, and it's kind of tradition for us to come the day after we arrive and have a breakfast scheduled first thing in the morning. And we do that first thing in the morning because, their breakfasts start at 7 o'clock in the morning. And again, 7 here is 11 or 12 if it's daylight savings time at home. And so plenty late for us to have breakfast. But also in this space later on in the day, there is a lounge area called the Olelo room. And the Olelo room is a room where it's dedicated to the Hawaiian language. So everyone who works in the Olelo room must be fluent in the Hawaiian language. And there are, I'm hoping to take some pictures and share them with you, but there are words for different common, just common things that you would see. And it's all spelled out, and then they can help you learn how to pronounce words in Hawaiian. Right over here in this space, this is actually a koi pond. And we are walking past a portion of the lazy river as well. And I'm just going to weave my way through because there are so many paths in between the different parts of the resort. I absolutely love these kukui nut flames. They don't go all day, but they have them going in the mornings and then when it starts to get dark out again at dusk. And again, here's a look at the lazy river over on this side. And we are walking past Makahiki, which has not yet started breakfast service again, so it's not quite 7 o'clock this morning. Typically, when we come, the pools are open from about 8 o'clock in the morning until about 8 o'clock at night. And again, especially during the winter when we tend to visit around Thanksgiving, it's dark. I mean, it's very dark by then because sunset is around 5:45, and so we're usually pretty sacked out by 8 o'clock at night because that's midnight our time. But because this is Thanksgiving week and the resort is very full, they are closing the pools at 10. And so I keep saying I'm going to make it until like 9 or 10 and hang out here, and I'm not sure I've made it past 8:30. But it's just so stunning. So right in front of us here is the Menehune Bridge. The Menehune Bridge is a play area for younger kiddos, and it's a ton of fun. So I'm going to take a walk in this space. And of course, since the pool isn't yet open, they don't have the water features running, but starting at 8 o'clock in the morning, you'll see all kinds of water dumping from different parts of this structure. So you will get splashed if you're walking through here later on. But if you look around, since this is the Menehune Bridge, They're everywhere. They're hiding in plain sight. So with this pool area, it is open to all of the guests at the resort. You do have to have a wristband. And so every morning you bring your room key, or if you are, if you frequented Disney World, if you have one of the older Magic Bands 1.0 or 2.0, those Magic Bands will work. You just have to have them coded to your room, and so we've been using Magic Bands. For this trip, here's my Magic Band that I've been using in lieu of a room key. Sometimes they sell them here. I didn't see them in the gift shop at all when I arrived, so I'm glad that we brought them from home. But then they will scan your room key, and only guests who are staying here at Aulani are allowed to use the pool area, which means the pool chairs. Technically, guests are allowed to shop at the resort. At different times of year, they're allowed to eat at the resort. Right now, they've reserved dining reservations for resort guests only. Again, here's another view of the lazy river. So it's always worth a call if you are on Oahu and wanting to come to Aulani. It isn't a guarantee that you would be able to eat here, but you certainly are not able to use the resort amenities unless you are a guest here. I love these winding spaces. So I'm just winding through the pool area, the lazy river area. Also in these areas though, throughout the day, they will have different character meet and greets. And all of them are listed on the app. And so if you're coming to Aulani, be sure to download the app. And the character meet and greets are listed in the morning. I find that it's usually a little bit before 8 o'clock in the morning when they'll have them listed for that day. So you don't really know who's meeting or where or when. But usually a couple of folks are stationed over here. We met Stitch over here. I saw Moana. I saw Max and Goofy. Okay. So now, as I wander through, I got the lazy river in front of me, that Menehune Bridge over to the right, and over to the left here is one of the 4 or 5 hot tubs that's, you know, tucked into this space. There are 4, but one of them is an adult-only double-level hot tub. I had to do the mental math to remember. But this space is just gorgeous, really just kind of tucked in here. I almost forgot this path existed when I was walking around because I thought it ended at the hot tub, but it doesn't. And so something that I really like about the resort is the meandering paths and the very peaceful areas, even in a place that can be quite busy. One thing I did want to mention, I just walked past it, on this bridge here, this bridge, of course, where you go through on the lazy river. It's got 1923 on the bridge for the founding of the Walt Disney Company. That's fun. The details here are really incredible. So now I'm walking through here. In this space right over here is the exit to one of the pool slides. There are 2 large pool slides in this structure. One of them exits right over here with tubes, and then if you wish to continue, you can head straight onto the lazy river from here. So it's a really nice way to enjoy the pool slide and then keep going on the lazy river. So now I am coming back down around to this Menehune Bridge area. Again, here is one of the locations where you can get your wristbands and towels. And I guess before I go forward here, I also want to mention that there is a game that you can play throughout the resort. It's called the Menehune Adventure Trail, and there are different places where you have to go and find. There are clues and different parts of the Waikolohe Valley, this area, will interact. And this is one of those places that'll interact. It'll either light up, or there will be a sound, or there will be movement. And again, it's teaching you all about Hawaiian culture and history, and it's everywhere at this resort. I always say that if you come to Aulani and you don't learn something about Hawaiian culture, Hawaiian history, you're missing the point. The point of this resort is to celebrate Hawaiian culture and history. And that's one thing that makes it so incredibly special, because it is a beautiful resort in a tropical area, but you could never pick up Aulani and put it anywhere else. It wouldn't work because it is unique to Hawaiian culture. Now, as we walk through here to some of the other pool areas, I want to bring your attention to the Rainbow Reef over here. And this is the location where you can do fish feeding or go snorkeling with the fish each day. And there is an added fee. You can pay a fee for your length of stay or for just one day. And again, it's a ton of fun, and it's a man-made protected reef. And so it's very safe, you know, for younger kiddos to learn how to snorkel, but also if you just want to be in a nice protected area and see the fish close up. We've got some shopping over here at the Lava Shack. And then, dare I say, my kid's favorite place at the resort is the shave ice station. So we've got lots of room charges to shave ice. I let my kids have room charging because they've always been very responsible. They follow the rules. And they know that they can get shave ice whenever they want, but no more than once a day. So here's a pool area. I will walk around a little bit more, but I am going to keep going over to the top of Rainbow Reef so you can see what that looks like. So this is the entry area to Rainbow Reef. So it is small, but again, it's a really nice introduction to snorkeling. If you've never snorkeled before, or again, a nice easy place to see some tropical fish. And then this is the rental kiosk. But they've got the costs for the rentals and then the Rainbow Reef fish feedings. And again, this is something that you can sign up for. There's a small added cost for that, I believe. But the Rainbow Reef experience is $25 per adult for one day, $45 for a length of stay, or keiki. Keiki in Hawaii means children. So for a child, it's $20 for one day, $35 for length of stay. And they also have some other options for rentals as well. It looks like 10 a.m. is when they open for today. All right. So we are going to wander around here. The Ulu Cafe is the quick service restaurant here. I'll walk through this front area. I won't actually walk through the Ulu Cafe because I have a video that I'm putting together of that so you can see a little bit more. It's just a simple, small quick service area. They do have refillable resort mugs. And so there's a refill station right over here, but this is where you would order. Got an ice machine. And then your refillable resort mug station is right here. And we are taking the meandering path. This is definitely a meandering path through. So now that we are in this part of the resort, and they have specialty coffees over here in the morning, and then specialty drinks throughout the day. This is one of the smaller, quiet-ish pool areas at Aulani. And if you do get a cabana rental, there are 3 cabanas that are tucked away back here in this space that you could potentially be assigned. We do have a cabana rented for Monday, our checkout day, because we don't fly out until pretty late at night. And so I did request one of the cabanas back here. Of course, a request is not a guarantee, so we'll see. But I feel like it would be nice just to be tucked away a little bit since we'll be here all day and out of our room. But again, just a nice, small, quiet pool area. And again, since it's early in the day, shortly before the pools open, about an hour before the pools open, they're making sure that everything is cleaned up and ready to go. You know, I know in the chat rooms there's a lot of conversation about pool chairs, not being able to find pool chairs. We haven't had an issue at all, and we haven't come down to the pools first thing in the morning. We've got a 1-bedroom, and my kiddos have had a ton of homework to do while they were gone, and so a lot of times in the morning they'd be doing their homework, and then we'd come down, you know, around 10ish or so, and we haven't had any trouble finding pool chairs. They're not right in front of the pools, but we found 2 to 3 chairs together very easily. And of course, we're not spending a ton of time at our chairs most of the time, except for later on in the day when everyone's gone and we're just kind of napping. The chairs and the beautiful, beautiful breeze. All right, so here are another few cabanas. So I'm just gonna come up on over here and show you what that looks like. So you've got a nice locked space, some towels. They do provide a fruit tray, a nice size TV, electricity, of course, to plug in your electronics. But over here in this space, this is probably my favorite space around the Aulani pools. And it's because this infinity pool and then the grotto with one of the hot tubs over here. It's just majestic. So when you are in this pool, when you get into this pool, it looks like you're going straight into the ocean. And of course you are not, but oh, it's just such a wonderful place to be. The views, it is peaceful this morning. It's got to be in the 70s. Right now, there's no breeze, so it's just a nice, still, comfortable atmosphere. And then this grotto area, it's gorgeous all day. When it's lit up at night, it is amazing. I shouldn't say at night. I should say when it's dark, because again, that's not necessarily late around here, especially this time of year. So this is where the pool ends, and this is one of the hot tubs. So again, right next to it. I love it here. Alrighty. So, believe it or not, we have not yet seen the main feature pool at Aulani. It's right up here. And tucked in the corner of this feature pool, right next to the bar and restaurant to the right, which is called Off the Hook. There's a hot tub over there too. But again, this is obviously a zero entry pool area. And this is considered to be the main feature pool at Aulani. If they do have pool activities while you're here, this is where they will be hosted. And it will be very busy very soon. One space I walked past and forgot to mention is the splash area for much younger kiddos. So we saw the Menehune Bridge. You're probably not going to bring your 1 or 2-year-old over there. It's a little active for much younger kids. So there is a splash area for much younger kids right over here. And again, during the day when the pools are on, so about an hour or so, they'll actually have the water spouting up a little bit more like a fountain. So it's a fun little play area. And again, here are some seats for parents and kiddos, specifically for those much younger kiddos. All right. I'm gonna walk around, and eventually I will end up at the beach area. I'll walk around a little bit more over here so you can get a better view of this space.
You go check.
No, you come with me.
No, I want to just look far away.
And can't really go up in here right now, of course, because the pools aren't open yet, but this is the adult-only hot tub area, and it is actually a 2-level infinity hot tub that looks right out on the lagoon. And again, very peaceful, very quiet space. And if you see up on top, there are different bowls, and at night those bowls have fire coming out of them, so they're lit with fire like there is throughout the resort. And again, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if I can get a better view from over here. Ah yes, this entry is not roped off any longer, so I can show you what that looks like from over here. So this is the adult-only hot tub space that looks out on the lagoon. And right next to us is the Four Seasons. So if you are staying at the Four Seasons Olina, you're right next door to Aulani. So new to us on this trip, our last trip was several years ago. They didn't have mobile ordering, and now they have mobile ordering through the Off the Hook restaurant over here. Though I don't know, I think I would prefer just to sit here and eat. It's such a gorgeous area. But I think I'm gonna go this way and bring you on down. So right next to Off the Hook is a restaurant called Ama Ama. Ama Ama is a signature dining restaurant here. They have a prix fixe menu for dinner. I believe it is $125 per person, and then $55 for a wine pairing. It's just, again, a gorgeous restaurant. And the view from the restaurant looks out on this. And this is a protected lagoon. They are doing a fitness class out there this morning. So that's something else that you can sign up for, is a fitness class. They do have an additional fee, but they are available every morning at the resort. This path, this paved path right here, is about a mile end to end. It goes all the way down to the marina. There are different marina activities that you can sign up for, either with Aulani or separate from Aulani. We've done a dolphin snorkel from there a couple of years, a couple of times on different trips. And it's just been really nice. You can, I mean, they have a shuttle that you can take, but it's just been really nice to be able to walk down there first thing in the morning. It's gorgeous. Of course, it's very dark before the sun comes up. Here is another view of the lagoon. These chairs right here are open to anybody. They are not. This is not a reservable section. And it's a section that regularly has availability. So if you're looking for a pool chair, coming right out here is a nice place to come. And then these covered casabellas, you can rent them for a fee. Let's look out on this lagoon. One of my favorite views of the resort is actually at that little peninsula point out there right in front of us. It's totally worth a walk out there to take some amazing pictures of the resort. It's a gorgeous resort. And then again, here's an outrigger boat that you can take for through different excursions. And then these pool chairs are available to resort guests only. Again, something I think important to know about the state of Hawaii and the shoreline is that the shoreline cannot be owned. The shoreline of the Hawaiian Islands is public, and so anyone can technically use these lagoons. However, the pool chairs, all of the resort amenities are specific to resort guests. But do know, it's not unusual to see locals out in this area. You know, folks even who live not too far away will come out here. The different lagoons have very, very limited parking, but there is some parking in the Olina area for folks to come out to these protected lagoons. And it is just, again, another beautiful place to be. And they'll have servers out here during the day, so if you need a yummy pineapple drink, a Mai Tai, or even just Pogue juice. My kids love to get Pogue, passion orange guava. That is available in abundance here. So, so they can bring you your Pogue juice. And then there is a little rental shack over here where you can rent like boogie boards and different equipment for the beach. So you don't have to bring it all with you. You don't have to purchase it when you're here. You can rent it from the resort. Okay. And then there are a few lagoons down, or just beaches, I guess, down from here that are wonderful protected areas too. So if you're looking for something a little bit more secluded, you can find that as well, because this gets pretty busy during the day. Here's some of that rental equipment right here at Makiki Joe's. You can get a snorkel set, paddleboard, you can rent casabellas here. And then if you do rent snorkeling equipment, you can take it back with you, but they expect that it's back before they close that day. And then there's just a little shop here if you need some Dole Whips or ice cream or fruit or beverage right here on the beach, just again in the middle of the day. It was one of those small touches that I absolutely love. It's tough to even scratch the surface of all that is available in a quick walk around this resort. But again, it's helpful that it's early because it will get pretty busy around here this week. Weekend of Thanksgiving is a very busy time to visit. Okay. So again, we're walking through this pool area again. I can smell they're starting to cook food. I can smell the food. I'm getting hungry. I haven't eaten yet today. Wanted to pop out here before things got too busy to take a nice peaceful walk around with you. So again, here's Off the Hook, which will be very busy once it opens, really, until the end of the day. And here's that other hot tub area that I mentioned, just tucked right in here. So a nice place to enjoy a hot tub and keep an eye on the kids at the same time who are in the pool right over here. It's been very, very windy this week. And so the cleanup has been has been amazing. They're out here, I don't even know, I feel like starting at sometimes 2, 3 in the morning, making sure that all of the palm trees and other foliage is maintained so that it's safe for everyone. And here's a fun little statue. So it is tradition at Aulani, I feel like, to bring your leis on over to Stitch and leave your leis here when you leave. You should never, ever, ever throw away a lei. A lei is a gift. It is not to be thrown away. Once you are finished with it, then you can return it to the land, the Aina. So you can, leave it here at Aulani. You can bring it with you, if you intend to dry it and hang on to it. You can release the flowers, but of course not the strings into the ocean. But under no circumstances should they ever be thrown away. So over here is Auntie's Beach House. Auntie's Beach House is for kiddos ages 5 to 12. At one time, I think it used to be 3 to 12, but it's 5 to 12 right now. They have free and premium activities throughout the day, some of which you can reserve now. As of this week, they're allowing folks to reserve some of those premium activities up to 90 days in advance. It used to be fewer than that. So things change. It's always worth keeping an eye on that stuff. And then right here, again, is the entrance to the signature dining restaurant, Ama Ama. And this is an absolute beautiful space. I think one of the difficult things about walking around and introducing you to this space is to impart how peaceful it is. You can see the video, you can hear the music, but you can't feel the temperature, feel the very mild humidity, and the scents at this resort are just amazing. As is the case in any Disney resort, areas, some areas are scented. I definitely know that I get some pikake, a little bit of maybe plumeria in some areas, but I don't know what the proprietary fragrances are with those scents. But they have definitely implanted themselves on me as something that is very uniquely Aulani and Hawaii. As I walk into this area, I wanted to show you that there are grills available for resort guests. It is an expectation that everyone, of course, clean up after themselves. There is grill equipment that can be borrowed from the front desk. And so if you are intending to grill, go ahead. Go ahead and go shopping. You can come out here and grill. It is fairly common to see people grilling in this space. But again, this is a resort where I think it was a surprise to Aulani when it was first built, that so many people would come here and stay here. Because of course, when you come to any island in Hawaii, you definitely want to spend some time actually exploring the island. There's so much here. There's so much to see and do. But this resort is so incredible that you definitely want to plan some time here as well. We always want to do too much when we come to Oahu, and so we've sort of forced ourselves to you know, half day or 1 day here, 1 day away, 1 day here, 1 day away, exploring. So we get our resort time, but then we also get time exploring the island. And like many DVC resorts, these are the names of the founding families. So for folks who purchased into Disney Vacation Club when Aulani was first built 11 years ago now, 11 years ago August, they have their names right over there. And then I'm walking into the lawn here that is used for the Kawa'a Luau. And we had the opportunity to enjoy the luau on Thanksgiving for Thanksgiving dinner, which was a ton of fun. Great location. But then another thing that I love about this location is that these rooms, many of these rooms can actually see the luau from the room. We just happen to be right up there on the 14th floor, and we can see and hear everything very clearly when we have the door open. When we have the door closed, it's very quiet in our space, but it was so nice to see everything from here. We have an island garden view, 1 bedroom. So the island garden view can be in many different locations. It can be on the other side of this space as well and have a view of the hills and the rest of the island. We're lucky enough to be facing this part of the garden, and we have a partial ocean view in our island garden view room, which is glorious. And I have to admit, we've requested this area every time we've come here, and so far we have gotten our room requests in the building that we requested. But of course, this is a large number of the island garden view rooms right here. Also during the day, this is another area where you will have character meet and greets. So we came out here the other day, we met Duffy, we saw Mickey and Minnie together over here, and Pluto was meeting. Yeah, so you can meet your characters out in this space. So there are usually 3 or 4 different spaces where they will have them stationed at the resort. And again, that's all that information is in the app. Throughout the day, most of them will have photographers with them. They have a photo pass available here for purchase. And once you purchase it, you can actually see your photos on the Disneyland app. So interestingly enough, they're not on the Aulani app, they're on the Disneyland app. But you do need to purchase your photo pass to be able to actually see your pictures without a watermark. You can see them with a watermark, so if you want to take pictures throughout. And I should mention at the lagoon, right at dusk, they always have photographers there as well. So you're entering back into the resort. Can you spot the menehune? Because they're hiding everywhere. There's one of them right there. I didn't even point out many that are outside. They're definitely on the bridge, but they're all over the place. So if you're on the lazy river, be sure to check out the Menehune Adventure Trail as well. Alrighty. And I figured I would walk in this direction here just to show you the laundry room area. So 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms have laundry rooms available in them, but if you have a studio or a hotel room, there is a limited laundry room space over here. So you can always do your laundry, which is something that we always do when we're here. We try to pack as light as possible. We tend to wear our bathing suits 90% of the time here at Aulani because we're outside or we're going to the beach. So we always overpack. We try to pack as lightly as possible because you tend to rewear the things that you're wearing in the pool area throughout your trip. And plus, you want to make sure to have space available for all of the souvenirs that you purchase on the way back. So we are in the Pulak area here again, but I am turning over to the right to show you the Pauhana room. And the Pauhana room again is not quite open just yet, but this is where, this is the community hall for, let's see if I can get a view for it, for where a lot of the activities are housed, and this is definitely where you sign up for activities in the morning. So there are some folks hanging out here already who will be signing up for activities this morning when the Pauhana room opens. I'm guessing around 8 o'clock this morning. Morning. And then right next to the Pauhana room is the Luana Lounge. The Luana Lounge is a area that is keyed off. It is specifically for guests to reserve for up to an hour window on their checkout day. And so I was told if we want to reserve a time there, I should probably get down to the lobby around 6:45 in the morning, because at 7 in the morning they start assigning times for folks to use that. And so for a lot of us, you know, we're not flying out until 9:30, 9:45 at night, so we'll be able to enjoy the resort all day, but our room, of course, we won't have after 11 a.m. So we'll hopefully have some space at the Luana Lounge to get cleaned up before we head to the airport. And I think I spot a very special mouse over here. This is where they do the pictures. You can see him behind everybody. For the character breakfast. So you get your picture with Mickey before you go in for the character breakfast at Makahiki in the mornings. And we saw Mickey, and then rotating around we saw Minnie, and then Chip and Dale. And then I noticed that another day Minnie was greeting, and then I know I saw Stitch and a few other characters walking around, so they vary from day to day. You never know exactly who you're gonna get. And the food was incredible. So on previous trips, Makahiki was a buffet restaurant. It no longer is, it's plated, but the food is very plentiful. The portion sizes are large, and it was incredible. And then here is the Halemanu shop. It's a little bit more of a higher end shop at Aulani. And everywhere you turn, there are art installations. All right. And as you can tell, the resort is starting to wake up. So we'll bring you back to the main lobby here to end our fun little walk around Aulani. And at some point in time, we'll come over and get some video of all of the fun merchandise at the gift shops, because I don't know about you, but shopping for merchandise is about half the fun, if not more than half the fun. Oh boy, and one area I missed, this wouldn't be a Disney resort without spaces specifically for younger kiddos. One area I missed showing you when I popped on over to the check-in desk is, of course, the little family waiting space. It's right over here, so the check-in desk is to the right as you walk in. And the space for the keiki is right over here. And of course, if you look hard enough, you'll see a few menehune hidden in all of these spaces. So keep your eyes peeled. Well, thank you so much for taking a walk around Aulani with me today. It is so exciting to be able to share this amazing resort with you. I mean, again, I love this place. We come as often as we can, which is not nearly often enough. From the Midwest, I understand that flights are expensive. Trust me, flights are expensive, but it is worth the investment. It is worth coming here. There's so much to do here at the resort. You're included with your stay, with the different activities, the pool area. Tonight we hope to listen to some of Uncle's stories. They do stories around a fire pit, usually in the evenings. Again, tours of the resort. Lots of fun, free, and moderately priced activities in the Pauhana room and Auntie's beach house for families. And best of all, you get to be in Hawaii. It doesn't get much better than this. One more very important thing to know about where Aulani is located. It's on the west side of the island, and you get some of the best sunset views that you will see anywhere. So if you come here, make sure that you are planning time to be here at sunset to watch the sunset. Well, thank you again for coming with me today. I hope you've really enjoyed this walk around. Again, I've got more videos of Lani Vai Spa, the hydrotherapy, the Kulabai hydrotherapy gardens that are at Lani Vai Spa. I also have a 1-bedroom video coming up really soon here, a 2-bedroom video already loaded, and Ulu Cafe, and I will share more as I find other things that you might be interested in. Please come visit us, Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears, on our Facebook page, our Facebook group. Ask any questions that you have there, or Wizarding Wands and Mickey Ears. It's wwmeadventures@gmail.com. Feel free to send us any questions via email as well. I hope that you have a lovely day. And please do share this with anybody who might be looking at a visit to Hawaii, a visit to Aulani, or who just loves Disney.